Yo, check it. Yo fam, what is up? You are back for another video. Listen, I don't know what is going on today, but for some reason I could not speak properly, so there might be some typos or mispronunciations of things. If you do hear that, just ignore it. I do correct myself in the video, and I'm going to try to edit them both out, but there might be some things that you find that might be some mistakes. Also, this is AMC and GME. What is going on with AMC? Are we going to pull back? Are we going to pump? I'm going to let you know. Also, GME is looking so good. I'm going to break that down as well. And what is SPY doing? Are we going to the moon? Are we going to crash? Are we going to just stay sideways? I'm going to break that down as well. And Bitcoin potentially about to range and bring in altcoin season. I'm going to talk about that. Let's not waste any more time and hop in the charts, facts, data. Let's go. What up, fam? You are back for another video. AMC, GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Let's waste no more time and hop in the charts right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. Meme stocks return. Meme stocks revenge. Our meme stocks coming back. I'm about to break it down in this video. We're also going to be looking at SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So make sure you lock in so you can get that gains and make that money. Put in your 10,000 hours and get this bread. Now, GameStop is looking perfect, right on track with the weekly outlook and prediction. AMC, we might have a slight switch up here if we cannot get back above $3.50. Now, there's some good news and some bad news. Good news is we created two gap fills to the upside. So we have this gap fill that's created to the upside and this gap fill that's created to the upside. This gap fill might be filled. I'm going to have to check here tomorrow. If it's still open after the after hours. We may have filled it here in after hours. Normally when you fill gaps, it's not in after hours. It has to be during market hours. We will see this gap was created during market hours, so we're going to see if it's on there after the market opens tomorrow to verify that. But we do have this gap fill 100% to the upside here at 359 to 360 for AMC. And then also we do have this overall possible downtrend if we are not going to get back above 350, where we could come down, potentially filling this gap, even making like a double bottom type structure. This would be bottom one, bottom two if we were able to get a bounce and then get a nice move back to the upside. This gap to the downside is here for AMC. We confirmed it today. It's 332 and 329 is where the gap is. We do have this bearish doji, gravestone doji 4-hour time frame, and we're not above 350. So if we cannot break and hold 350, you're going to see us come back down for like this 325 330 level, fill that gap, and then get a move up. If we do pull back, it's not the end of the world. We're still in an overall uptrend, and AMC's chart still looks really good. We also have these buy orders to confirm that if we did come down, we're probably going to get a bounce. So again, we'd probably see that double bottom structure. We would come down, fill that gap, and then get a push up. All we'd have to do is move to the upside and break back above 360, and that's why I want us to be above 360. There's 350 and 360, which is major support and resistance. That's why they have these sell walls here, right here at the 354 all the way up to 360, because they want to try to keep us away from 360. I do think they are taking advantage of these dips and are buying the lows, and if you are looking to get an AMC, not financial advice, once it dips down, if it does dip down, anything under 350 should be profitable here within the next couple of weeks, not financial advice. You have this double bottom here that could play out if we do move down to go fill the gap. So I'm not really worried if we do pull back and fill the gap. I think this would all happen with this in this week. We would come down, fill the gap, and get a bounce, giving us an overall green week. Now, if AMC manages to hold $3.50, getting back above that and hold that level, then that would negate all of this, and we'd be able to push up towards 360. And then once we break and hold 360, I'm expecting $4 very soon. We also want to get above the 200 moving average here on the daily time frame, which is at currently at time of recording. The 200 moving average is sitting at 381. Once we get above that, that's going to guarantee that we're going to push up if we can break and hold that level. So $384, once we get above that range, you're going to see a nice move to the upside here for AMC. I think overall we're going to go into a macro uptrend in my personal opinion, and I tweeted about it earlier, guys. I posted the box office, and the box office looking crazy. Also, if you don't know, earnings is going to be June 10th for GME. Our P earnings is going to be on June 10th for GME. And yes, the emojis are a code. Some people were asking me. This is a code. I'm going to start putting codes and things, so make sure you guys stay on your P's and Q's and really dig in and analyze the DD that I drop. Also, the fundamental changes here for AMC as the box office improves. This 2025-2026 box office is going to be crazy. You guys can see all of the movies here, the Superman, Naked Gun, Meg 2.0, Smurfs, Fantastic Four, Mortal Kombat 2, Avatar is going to be crazy. We also have Wolfman. The Minecraft movie's doing numbers. Lilo and Stitch, 28 years later, is going to go crazy. That Brad Pitt movie, F1, might go crazy. Jurassic World, you already know, is going to do numbers just based off nostalgia. So we got a lot of things coming out. We also got a Conjuring movie. So we have a box office banging lineup, and AMC's in prime position to take advantage of it because it did upgrade most of its theaters, getting premium seating and premium screens. So AMC is fundamentally improving. I think we're going to see a bullish bull run, in my personal opinion, an overall uptrend. Instead of going down macro, we're bottoming and they're going to start pushing to the upside. I believe both AMC and GME are doing this, okay? This is why I said the meme stocks are fundamentally changing, because ever since the squeeze, both AMC and GME have been in an overall downtrend, okay? Now we have finally bottomed on both stocks, and I believe we're going to start trending up, in my personal opinion. I believe AMC and GME, I repeat, are bottoming completely and are going to start trending back to the upside. So I think we're going to see a macro bull run for AMC and GME. GME, we want to see us staying above this $30 level. GME is looking very, very good. Do not be discouraged for AMC, because you got to remember that GME pulled back over 9% last week, while AMC had a green week of over 9%. So right now, AMC is consolidating and doing what we need to do, building a base at these higher levels and retesting lows. That way we can move to the upside back towards this $4 range, which I do have a price target for AMC. GameStop is holding $30, and it looks very, very good. Right now, we're actually above $30.50. It looks like GME is probably going to continue to the upside tomorrow and is right on track for the green week that I was predicting, and right on track with the bullish Monday that I predicted on the weekly outlook and prediction. GME is looking really, really good for a continuation to the upside. I'm going to give you guys some support and resistance that we need to pay attention to, but I think it's very, very clear that GME is going to be moving up this week, having a green week. It's going to be very, very explosive if we can get above that $35 level. Once GME holds like $35 and more, it's going to push up. I'm telling you guys, GME is undervalued. GME is a $50 stock, fundamentally, in my personal opinion. It's a profitable company. They have all of this Bitcoin. They have all of this cash. GME is fundamentally a $50 stock, in my personal opinion. I think GME, again, fundamentally is changing. AMC is fundamentally changing. I broke it down in this tweet. You guys can read it, but I believe GME literally is undervalued, in my personal opinion. Again, I think both of the meme stocks are going into a macro bull run. What we want to see here for GME tomorrow is breaking above the key levels of 30.89. If we can break and hold 30.89, we can start moving back towards $31 and $32. I believe $35 is on the cards here for GME. And again, if we hold $35, since we're holding this 30 range, we're start building a floor here. I'm telling you, we're going to start pushing up into the 40s and 50s, and it's going to happen fast when it starts moving. Tomorrow, I'm expecting some excitement pre-market. Then we'll probably use 30.65 as support and start pushing up towards that 30.80, where we can then move towards $31 and $32. AMC, we might need to see some pullback. I have this macro prediction here for AMC. If we cannot get back above 350, expect us to come down to fill the gap and then get a push back to the upside, in my personal opinion. So this is what we're looking at for AMC and GME as far as technicals are concerned. Short interest sitting at 14.91%. They are building up short shares. They're using some on AMC now, trying to push it away from that 350 level. I knew they were going to try to attack us because they were building up short shares. You guys could see they were building up this whole time. They're sitting at 1.7 million. That's not a lot. And if we can keep volume up, if they dump into high volume, it doesn't really do much. If volume's low and they dump in the low volume, it can help. It can hurt us quite a bit. You guys can see that GameStop sitting at 12.12% short interest, and they have 3.8 million short shares for GME at time of recording. 0.56% cost to borrow here for AMC, and then GME cost to borrow is 0.32%. We want to see cost to borrow going up. And then, of course, we do have the unusual options activity on that June 20th. We're getting closer and closer to that date. Both AMC and GME have those crazy options chain. Now, does this mean AMC and GME are definitely going to run on that date? No, but it seems like smart money and whales think so, as they are buying $15 calls let's see, $8 calls, $7.50 calls. And then again, remember, GME earnings is going to be on June 10th. I think earnings is going to be a potential catalyst for both of the meme stocks, especially GME. As you guys can see here, GME having calls as high as 125, and people are buying 115 actively as of right now. So this is what we're looking at for GME and AMC. I think GME is going to continue up. We might need to see some pullback for AMC before moving up, but I think we're going to move up with GME. And remember, it's not one stock outperforming the other, because GME pulled back last week while AMC was green. Now AMC needs to pull back, and then GME can be green if that is the case. So this is what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and move into SPY and the stock market, show you guys what's going on there, and then we will go into BTC. So SPY is pushing up to retest this rising wedge. We did say this was a possibility on the weekly outlook and prediction. You guys can see that this prediction that's been tracking for the past couple of days is still in play. Until this decouples, I'm going to continue to follow it. So I'm expecting SPY to push up a little bit higher, 565 or 595. 596, around that range, and then possibly pull back once it retests the rising wedge. Once we confirm this rising wedge as resistance, that is when you could actually go short. You don't want to go short before you confirm the rising wedge as resistance. So we want to push up, make sure we reject from it, and if we start to reject from it and start to move away, that is confirmation that we are going to be moving down. Now I am expecting SPY to creep higher before this pullback, so again, wait for confirmation before you do start going crazy on shorting. But you guys can see RSI on the smaller time frames is starting to get hot. So SPY might need to have a little bit of pullback, coming back down to like 59176 or 59109, retesting that as support. You could probably see that in the morning, maybe SPY like breaking down, maybe setting a little bit of a bear trap. If it does lose 59109, it will dump, but I think it'll probably hold that as support and then push back up, heading towards like 595, 596 as stated earlier. So again, I think SPY is going to move up, but then we're going to start seeing it pull back, and that's probably going to happen here this week, in my personal opinion. We do have a data drop tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's Jolt's job openings. That is pretty big, but it's not as big as the unemployment, which is going to be coming here Friday, and we do have ISM services PMI on Wednesday. I do apologize, on Wednesday, so be aware of that. This is what we're looking at for SPY in the overall stock market. Let's go ahead and go to BTC and crypto and go ahead and wrap up this video. So Bitcoin was able to hold support off of this 104.1. If we did lose that, we would probably break down to 100K even. The fact that we're able to hold this means that Bitcoin might be able to push up, but if it did break down, we would find support at about 101.5. It looks like Bitcoin is going to try to recover and make a move to the upside. I think Bitcoin is going to make a leg higher, okay? I don't think that this local high right now, or the all-time high of 112, is going to be the all-time high for long. I still have that 115, 125 price target on the cards. And again, as I keep stating on multiple videos, as far as the macro is concerned, I believe that BTC is going to start ranging, building a floor above 100 to 95K. I don't think we're going to go lower than that for a while, and that's what this fractal is saying as well. This fractal has been tracking this whole time. The fractal says that we are now going to start ranging, okay? And that is when altcoin season normally comes into play. You can see that the fractal also comes directly down into these two liquidity pockets. So again, it would be very, very likely that you could see something like this, as we have this major support and resistance here. So if we're able to break above 109, you would see a nice pop to the upside where you could see a blow off top, and then see BTC drop back down before coming down to this liquidity pocket and pushing up. So again, this fractal is very, very valid in my personal opinion on what we could see. But overall, it would mean BTC being flat after having like this blow off top going towards that 125, 115 price target that I do think will happen by 2026 in my personal opinion. Once we start the range, that's when altcoin season is going to come. I noticed that Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin. Before Bitcoin went green, Bitcoin's going green on the day now. I said it might earlier on stream. And make sure you guys watch the stream, because there was a Jay Powell speech if you guys want to check that out. But Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin this whole time. I think Ethereum is extremely undervalued. And if Ethereum breaks out of this accumulation zone here, it's absolutely going to moon. If it needs to get above like 3.54K, holding that level, if it could break above that, it's absolutely going to moon. So this thing's undervalued. If altcoins comes into play later down the year like we think, Ethereum is going to blow. Also, you guys can see altcoins are starting to pick up now that BTC is moving. Bitcoin dominance is still extremely high, ladies and gentlemen. So you do want to be aware of that. It's not altcoin season until the Bitcoin dominance comes down. It's still extremely high, so Bitcoin's going to control the market. If Bitcoin pushes up, then altcoins will be able to push up. If Bitcoin comes down, then altcoins are going to come down. And normally the move will be exacerbated. So if Bitcoin pumps 1%, then the altcoins might pump like 2 to 5%. And you guys can see that kind of here happening right now. But Ethereum was outperforming. I think Ethereum is extremely undervalued. So I think this is a great coin maybe to pick up in my personal opinion. Also XRP, Cardano, ADA, Polygon, those are some that I hold as well. This is what I'm looking at for the crypto market. Again, if Ethereum can break above like 3.54K holding that level, you could see a nice move to the upside. I think this is an overall macro accumulation, but we really need to see Bitcoin start to range and build support at these higher levels before altcoins take off, in my personal opinion. And again, when Bitcoin starts to range, that's when those altcoin seasons happen. Last time we had a really crazy altcoin season here and here after Bitcoin made this huge move up. We had an altcoin season when it started to range here and when it started to range here. So this is what we're looking at for BTC, crypto, and the overall stock or crypto market. This was your daily outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Guys, check out the merch store linked in the comment section and description and below. I appreciate each and every one of you if you watched the end of this video. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out, fam. That's the video. If you found it informative, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share the video. That is a great way to help out the channel. I appreciate you all. If you want to support a different way, check out the merch store. I'm rocking some of the merch right now. You guys can check it out, linked in the comment section, description below. We also have a Discord as well. But if you want to support for absolutely free, just hit that like button, subscribe, share. And as always, y'all, I appreciate y'all because we could have never made it out here and this far without this community. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace, fam.